Hello and welcome to Live, our new live streaming program on SanAngeloLive.com. I'm Matt Trammell. We start today with the buzz around town. On Wednesday morning at around 10 a.m., firefighters and paramedics were dispatched to the 3500 block of West Beauregard for the report of bees. Yes, bees. When they arrived on scene, the crew discovered a number of dogs that had been seriously injured by the bees. In this video, captured by our reporters on scene, you can see the firefighters carrying out one of the pups. We also learned from witnesses that a person was also severely stung. She did not, however, go to the hospital initially, as she was focused on taking her dog to the vet. Tuesday afternoon, we told you that the city of San Angelo was having a strategic planning workshop to discuss future projects. One thing they discussed was the proposed street use fee. This fee would force every water user in the city to pay an additional $6.75 for, quote, street usage. During the meeting, Shane Kelton explained that the funds from the fee would go directly to street projects and that no one would be exempt from paying the fee. City Councilman Tom Thompson had this to say about that proposed fee.
My summary on this, we're all throwing out opinions on this. I love the fact that nobody escapes this. All right, everybody pays, everybody shares, and there's no way around it. And I think if all of our tax structures were based like this, we would never be in this type of situation. And so I'll be the first one to say I like the way this thing's going. I don't think it's a burden, but I do like the fact that you have already established a process if there's a grievance in here to pursue. But I'm certainly open to anything further, and I'm very encouraged by the process.
Action on the proposed fee, but they did say that this new fee does not need the voters' approval. It was announced on Wednesday morning that one of the 19 children who died in the tragic Robb Elementary shooting was from San Angelo. 10-year-old Uzziah Garcia lived with his father in San Angelo, but then later moved to South Texas. His family in town will have a memorial service for Uzi. The date of that memorial is still pending at this time. Garcia's obituary is posted on the Gutierrez Funeral Home website. San Angelo's star spelling bee champion Akash Fakoti did his best at the 2022 National Spelling Bee this week. During his run, he was able to advance to the third round. During round one, he spelled Bure correct. Yes, sorry for butchering that. In the second round, he was able to tell the judges what revulsive meant, but unfortunately for Akash, he was unable to spell Samlet in the third round. Nevertheless, we at San Angelo Live want to congratulate Akash for his stunning achievement. And finally, the National Weather Service is projecting that the Concho Valley will be getting some much-needed rain this week. Models are showing that there's a 50% chance of scattered showers in the San Angelo area, roughly from 9 p.m. to midnight tonight. As for our 7-day outlook, it's looking like it will be a cool Thursday with highs only in the 80s. This weekend, however, temperatures will rise to the 100s, with the high on Monday and Tuesday reaching near 107. After the break, our very own Yantis Green goes on the wild side with San Angelo Nature Center's giant bull snake and his handler, Selina McSherry. We'll be right back.
Comfort. This season, you could have it all with a bad boy in your garage.
Every bad boy is built from scratch in the heart of America. Built to outlast the lifetime. Bad boys are fully welded with heavy-gauge steel construction, engineered for all-day comfort, powered by high horsepower engines, and deliver the perfect cut. This season is the season for a bad boy.
Mow with an attitude.
Come get your bad boy mower at Henderson Tractor and Implement on Christoval Road.
Since 1994, Angelo Bolt has been the leader in San Angelo and the Concho Valley for industrial fasteners, tools, and supplies. With our extensive inventory, we will most likely have what you need for any commercial or personal job. Our knowledgeable staff has many years of experience to assist you in finding the tool or fasteners you need. At Angelo Bolt, customer service is our top priority. Come see us today at 808 Warehouse Road or call 655-0075.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to San Angelo Live. I am here today with Selina McSherry with the San Angelo Nature Center. Thanks for joining
Sure.
us.
Thank you for having us out here.
And you brought a friend today,
I did. This is Jethro.
Jethro. And what is Jethro?
Jethro is a 9-foot bull snake. And he is very, very, you'll see them out here in West Texas quite often. Here in the Concho Valley and the surrounding areas, they do get very, very large.
Yeah.
They can be very aggressive out in the wild, but we've been very lucky with Jethro.
Now, these guys get confused with rattlesnakes sometimes.
Yes, yeah. They, for one, they kind of have the same markings as a rattlesnake would. They can also beat their tail on the ground so hard to make it sound like a rattle.
Okay.
And then with these guys, they can also flatten their head in that diamond shape to make it look like a rattlesnake. And, you know, they get killed all the time with people thinking that they are rattlesnakes, but they're not. They're non-venomous.
So they're really good snakes. They're good for the environment because they eat rodents and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. These guys you definitely want to keep around. It's going to take care of your bigger rodent issues and, you know, circle of life, keep things moving properly. So you definitely don't want to kill these out in the wild. But there's a myth that they can eat rattlesnakes, and that is a complete and total myth.
Okay.
Though they can be very aggressive with them, they're not immune to their venom. So if they were to get bit, I mean, it'd be unfortunate.
Well, it is a tough world for those guys.
It is.
Jethro is, of course, an ambassador like you for the Nature Center.
Yes.
And it's getting along to summertime. As graduation's coming up, and y'all are getting busy.
Right, we are. We are very busy right now, especially at the end of this month. We're having the end of school tours. A lot of schools are bringing their kids out there. We do birthday parties and summer birthday parties, of course.
Okay.
How much fun would it be to be able to touch and hold all these animals for your birthday? But yeah, we have a busy time out there, and it's great to have people out there so that we can educate them, and they still go out there and have a ton of fun learning about these guys.
Okay, and you have more than just snakes out there. What else do you have, Selina?
We have bobcat, fox, raccoon. We have a really large tortoise that's about probably 50 years old. We have tons of snakes. We have smaller mammals like prairie dogs, and we have dagoos, but just a whole lot of stuff out there. We have close to 100 animals, so it's really cool to get out there and see all of them.
And that most of them are native animals.
Right. We do have a ton of native animals, but we have a lot of exotics as well. I mean, we have macaws and parrots, different kind of parrots. And then we have huge Burmese pythons that we're really excited about.
The new guy.
Yeah, we have a new guy out there who's named Brutus now. He officially has his name. And he is about 5 years old. He's an albino python, so he doesn't look like baby used to. He's more of that yellowish color.
Okay.
And he's a big guy. He loves to kind of adventure around too in his enclosure. He's very curious about everything, so it's nice to see that.
What are some of you're sustained obviously through the city and through generous donations. What are some of the things that people can do to help out the Nature Center?
You know, what we always say is going out to the Nature Center and just being there and being involved. It's great when people in schools come in, other schools want to come. When birthday parties happen, people want to have their birthday parties there as well. And, you know, everything from Boy Scouts to Girl Scouts to everybody likes to go out there, and just really getting out there and showing us some support is huge for us.
Great. Is there anything that you want to add that I maybe have gotten nervous about the snake and forgotten?
So, other than the fact that Jethro, he's going through a blue shed right now.
Yeah.
That's his, he's about to shed. So he has that pretty color. And these are things that we teach at the Nature Center as well. He'll completely shed in about a week or two, but I'm holding his head just because he doesn't know really what's coming at him. Is it food? Is it a predator? Is it just someone taking care of him? So it's always good to be very protective about all of that.
Okay. Well, that is fantastic. This is the Nature Center really is San Angelo's zoo.
Yeah.
And
Exactly. I mean, we don't have a zoo here in San Angelo, but we are the closest thing to it. And I like to say we are a little bit better than the zoos. You can get up close and personal. We can take the animals out. You can touch them and interact with them.
okay. Now, for those folks who don't know, where is the Nature Center and what are your hours?
Okay, so we are at 7409 Knickerbocker Road.
Okay.
We're going to be right by the Sandy Beach area.
Yeah.
And we're open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 12 to 5.
Okay.
We have plenty of time to, people get out there right in the heat of the day, and we're air conditioning in the inside, and they're able to go see a lot of these guys.
Fantastic. And there's about to be a brand new fishing pier right next door.
We are very excited about that. We see the guys working out there
Yeah.
most of the mornings, and it looks like it's going to be very, very large. So I can only imagine how fun that's going to be. You can come into the Nature Center and go out and fish out there. It'll be great.
That it sounds like a great place to be, and especially for kiddos and all of us who need to learn more about our environment and the critters that live out there.
Absolutely. We're excited for all of that.
All right. For the Nature Center, Selina McSherry, Jethro, and all those nice folks out there. Be sure and go out to the Nature Center this summer. You won't be sorry. It's a great thing. On behalf of Selina and Jethro and the Nature Center and San Angelo Live, I'm Yantis Green.
Power, durability, comfort. This season, you could have it all with a bad boy in your garage.
Every bad boy is built from scratch in the heart of America. Built to outlast the lifetime. Bad boys are fully welded with heavy gauge steel construction, engineered for all-day comfort, powered by high horsepower engines, and deliver the perfect cut. This season is the season for a bad boy.
Mow with an attitude.
Come get your bad boy mower at Henderson Tractor and Implement on Christoval Road.
Since 1994, Angelo Bolt has been the leader in San Angelo and the Concho Valley for industrial fasteners, tools, and supplies. With our extensive inventory, we will most likely have what you need for any commercial or personal job. Our knowledgeable staff has many years of experience to assist you in finding the tool or fasteners you need. At Angelo Bolt, customer service is our top priority. Come see us today at 808 Warehouse Road or call 655-0075.
Welcome back. Just a quick reminder, don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and of course catch up with us Monday through Friday right here only on SanAngeloLive.com. We end the show today with a video from our 2022 rodeo coverage. From roping to riding to coaching high school football, the Koffel family does it all. Life is busy for everyone, but for them, it's the cost of being Erie County's rodeo family. We'll see you tomorrow. I know! Give us a second.
And I've always just wanted to be around the rodeo pen.
We love it when your kids like what you do. We have 2 older daughters that rodeoed, and Trevin, of course, he's our third child, our son, and he loves it. And he was hooked from the time he was little bitty. We'd come home from school, like kindergarten, first grade, and you're kind of tired, and he'd eat a snack, and he'd be like, "Mom, go saddle my pony. Let's ride.
One of our favorite rodeos we went to is the daddy of them all, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we usually spend 2-3 weeks there. Oh gosh, riding horses around the track. My kids had a pony and they rode the pony, and we did a lot of family stuff. It wasn't just about rodeo, and it wasn't just about winning. It was just about spending time with a family in a sport that we all truly love. Hi, I'm Don Cofell, and I've been a professional tie-down roper, ever since we probably started going in 2005, pretty heavy.
7 over here, 4 over here, read left to right, 74.
I also am the head football coach at Erie County ISD for the Mighty Fighting Hornets. My father did not grow up rodeoing. He was a spectacular athlete, when he was in high school and had a chance to play college football, basketball, track. And he went to a rodeo and watched a rodeo and decided that's what he wanted to do. So he got a job on a ranch, learned how to ride and rope, and the rest is history. All us kids grew up with it. So.
Hi, my name is Christine Kofel, and I have been a barrel racer since I can ever remember. Got my first pony at 5 years old, and I have married my high school sweetheart, Dawn Kofel, and been a coach's wife. So I met Dawn when at a high school rodeo. It was actually at the national finals in Colorado, and we met then and pretty much have been together ever since then. That was my sophomore year in high school, and he was a calf roper, I was a barrel racer. We had actually rodeoed all year together previously, and I'd seen his name in the standings, but I didn't meet him until we went all the way to the nationals. So it was meant to be.
We grew up in Florida, high school rodeoed in Florida. I met my wife there. We rodeoed all year together and didn't even know each other, but got to the high school national finals in Pueblo, Colorado, and met out there. I ended up going to college on a basketball scholarship to a community college, Edison Community College in Fort Myers, Florida. And I finished with my associate's degree there. And then I got a rodeo scholarship. My wife and I both got a rodeo scholarship to Tarleton State University, and that's how we got to Texas. Good friend of mine when I first moved to Texas, got to be good friends with him. And you know, he knew my dream was to be able to rodeo professionally. You know, ultimate dream was to rodeo professionally, and that's what I do. But you know, my passion was also coaching, and I truly enjoyed coaching. And he stepped up and said, "Hey, would you want to go, you know, rodeo really hard?" You know, usually when I went with my family, it was just, I don't know, 10 rodeos or so, and we'd go spend some time with the family and have a good time. But to truly do it, you know, it costs a lot of money to get up and down the road. So he offered to sponsor me, and when he sponsored me, I took it pretty serious for about 3 summers, and I made the circuit finals 3 summers in a row in the Mountain States circuit, and getting to do that, you know, the first summer I went on my own. The second summer I took my son, and he was 11 years old, and it was just him and I, and my wife would come out and visit, and she stayed home and take care of the family and the place, and she'd come out a couple times. And then the last one was the whole family went, and it was yeah, really special time to get to do that and to have the success to make the circuit finals was a blessing, was icing on the cake, and then just to get to do it with my family there's nothing better.
Hi, my name's Trevin Kofel. I'm 17 years old. I go to school at Erie County, and I'm a tie-down roper. Where'd you go? It's all year. I play football, and then right after football, next Monday we have basketball and basketball practice, and we play that. And then right after basketball ends, we got track and tennis, and then basically right after that it starts rodeo, and we're hitting rodeo. You know, we're running right after that, and then, you know, once summer hits, it's not all just rodeo. We have summer basketball camps. We have, you know, we're just constantly trying to improve our game as far as rodeo and basketball. So it's all year.
You get him to here, he's like a cat. He's getting his feet back there. I always make a joke that I'm just poor enough to keep him behind the curve, but what time he gets to spend on it and everything, he is sure maximizing his ability.
There you go.
He entered high school rodeo for the first time this year and did very well, and he's qualified for the state finals in Abilene first week of June. And yeah, I mean, he spends a lot of time in the gym, on the field, and just now it's track season, so he's spread pretty thin. But like I said, I think he's got a shot. He's too coachable not to have a shot if he puts the time in.
You know, like you said, we have bigger cattle, but I feel like that helps more than hurts, because if you can do it on big cattle, you can do it on the little small pups, you know. You know, you're going against 250, 270 calves, and then once you go to a rodeo, you're going to 180 to 200 pounds. You know, it's a huge difference. So if you can do it on the big ones, you can do it a lot better on the little ones.
The cattle industry is a little bit difficult to get cattle right now, so we rope cattle a little too long and they get a little too big. But the positive in that is that, you know, if he can go in there and fundamentally flank correctly on the big cattle, the little cattle are easy. And it teaches him to handle cattle better. So, you know, there's positives and negatives in it, I guess you could say. I'd like to have more cattle, but and for him to practice on, and myself for that matter. But it's not what's in the cards for us, so we deal with what we got, and we make lemonade out of lemons, I guess.
I mean, Duncan's awesome. You know, there's don't let people tell you it's not, because it is. It's a good feeling, especially in a game. You know, but I think that helps with getting off your horse, because there's sometimes, you know, in the sport of rodeo, nothing goes perfect. No matter what, you can have a great run, but there's always something that goes wrong, and it's just how you react to it. And I guess that helps how you react to it. And, you know, getting off the horse and they're stopping, you're keeping the momentum. It helps you with quick feet, and it just I guess helps get you to the calf. And then, you know, there's a lot of things athletically that you have to do and tie down, so that helps a lot.
Trevin's first love is basketball, and hopefully he'll get to play some college ball. We're hoping that'll happen, and if he does, that's great. You know, we'll still try to keep the rodeo thing going, and the end goal is, you know, as adults, we would love for him to continue rodeoing, you know, even when he's done with college basketball, and, you know, when he's our age. You know, it's a great activity, keeps you healthy, keeps you outside, keeps you moving, and it's a daily thing. You have to feed the horses twice a day and exercise them, so we would love it if, you know, it turned into a lifetime activity.
Rodeo is always going to have that place. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's an addiction, you know. There's some points where you really want to quit it just because you had a really bad day, or, you know, something like that, but literally the next day you're asking when the next rodeo is. You know, it's just, rodeo is always going to have a special place in my heart. I'm sure I'm going to come back to it sooner or later, no matter if I'm playing basketball or not.
I don't see my wife and I hanging the spurs up anytime soon, and we're going to continue to compete as long as we can swing a leg over a horse. And you know, the coaching is a true blessing for me to be around them young men and women. And yeah, I'd love for him to continue to compete, and at some point after if that's what he wants to do, we can all come back together and rodeo some more together.
Thing that's as fun and fulfilling as riding one 1,500-pound bull is riding 37 horses. Bad boy. Mow with an attitude.
Come get your Bad Boy mower at Henderson Tractor and Implement on Christoval Road.